Alright, hello everybody. Today we're going to be doing some tri-tips. We're going to be putting these on the Char Griller pellet grill, and we're going to get some good smoke on these, and these things will be turning out phenomenal when they're done. So the first thing we're going to do is, I've already rinsed the meat, give them a good pat down with a paper towel, and as you can see, they're ready to go. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to give it a light coat of mustard, and that's just so that our seasoning can stick to our meats. Also, there's vinegar in this that helps tenderize our tri-tip, so it helps to tenderize the meat as well. So I guess we'll go ahead and get started here. Now keep in mind that this mustard, you will not ever taste this. There will be no mustard flavor whatsoever by the time this meat is ready to come off the grill. It's also important, you don't want to contaminate anything, so I'm using one hand on the meat and I'm keeping one hand dry. That way we don't cross-contaminate meat with whatever it is that we're using here, okay? Okay, so basically we're going to go ahead and do all of these with the mustard rub first. We're going to get that down. Once we get that down, we'll come back and I'll show you the rub that I'll be using as well. So we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. We got everything's mustered up now. So now we're ready to apply our rubs. Now basically, you can use whatever rub you feel like using. Most people, they have their favorites. I like using Grill Mates. There's a nice rub called Grill Mates Apple Rub. Goes really well on these meats. There's another one that I like to use, Brown Sugar Bourbon, which is really good. And then there's a little concoction I kind of put together myself with some different herbs and spices and seasonings that I use as well. So basically we're going to coat these with our rub, and once we get that down, we'll be ready to wrap them up in cellophane wrap. So we'll just give you a little preview of how I personally like to cover my tri-tips. I like to put it on all sides. Make sure you get the sides real good as well. And be generous with your rub. Don't be afraid to put it on there. Most of this stuff is going to cook into the meat. Okay, and then this is one that I like to use on my own, one that I put together. I give it a light dust with this one. Now basically what I've done is I've emptied a container that I've used in the past, and I just use it to refill with my own spices. And that's pretty much done. Pretty simple. So I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of these, and as soon as I get those done, I'll come back and show you how we wrap them up. So we'll be back. Stay over there. Okay, so now that we have our tri-tip is fully seasoned, now it's got the rub on there, and now it's ready to get wrapped. So what we're going to do now is we want to wrap this in cellophane wrapping. We want to kind of get it as tight as we possibly can. Okay, and if we want to, we can give it another go. There you go. Now we're going to do that with the rest of our tri-tips, and they'll be going in the refrigerator, and they're going to be in the refrigerator for about 24 hours. Okay, and after 24 hours, we're going to take them out of the fridge, and we're going to let them come back to room temperature. What happens is when you put them in the refrigerator, the juices try to come out of the meat, and what they do is when they hit the surface of this wrap, it gathers all that seasoning, all that rub that you put on there, and it stays at the surface. Well, when you take it out of the refrigerator after 24 hours, of those juices mixing in with that flavor, when they come back out to room temperature, what happens is it draws the flavor, and those juices draw back into the meat. And when they're at room temperature, then we'll put them on the grill. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that to the rest of these, and I will see you out at the grill.